What's up, everybody? This is Brandon, and today we are going to start on working on that floor for the car. I'm going to do hardwood in the trunk with a rack set up for my air ride. Give me a second here and I'll show you what we're going to do, what we're going to use. Alright, so right here I have, this is the original subfloor piece that goes over the spare tire. It got wet. It's kind of a particle board type crap. So I got it clamped down right now. I'm gonna go around on this piece of plywood and I'm going to trace it out. And this is going to be my subflooring. It's going to be this piece of plywood. Actually, I need to flip this over because this is the side I want to be on the top. And this is actually the bottom side, so I'm gonna flip this piece over. What I'll do is I'll mark all the way around it, and then I'll get the jigsaw after it and we'll cut it out. And then for the carpet, I'll see where the carpet doesn't fit on this piece, and I'll make like the corner flaps over there on each side, like that side and that side. I'll trace them out as well, and I'm going to make a 2x4 frame to put underneath it, and then I'll have those pieces right there that'll sit into the corners. They'll be recessed in, and this piece right here, I'll make it to where it can lift up separately from the rest of it. That way if I need to access my spare jack or anything like that. So I'm going to get all this set up, marked out, and we'll get it cut, and I'll show you what we got. Alright, now I got this finally cut out. I had to go find my sawzall. My jigsaw broke on me, so I got it cut out. I went around and just kind of cleaned the edges up with a flat bisque on my grinder. Still gonna have to do some more cleanup on it, of course, but next step's gonna be lay the carpet out and get a rough measurement compared to this piece right here that I just cut, to see where the folds and flaps are going to be, so I can kind of make it all fit together. So when I get that far, I'll get back with you. All right, everybody, I'm back again. We're finally working on this carpet on the car. I'm not sorry, carpet, but wooden floor. I just test fitting the sub piece that I cut the first time. I'm still going to make a subflooring with 2x4 bracing underneath this to raise the floor up about 2 inches or so. The first piece fits in there about how I want. Now I got to do these sides, which I've already got marked out over there to cut. So now we're just going to do those, and then we are going to set them in just to see how well they fit. And then I want to do I'm gonna make the bracing and everything like that to go underneath it. So give me a few and we'll be right back there on it. All right, now here's the second template I made. You can see right here, I copied the centerpiece that I just made onto the wood, and then I laid the carpet over and filled in the edges, as you can see where the carpet overlapped. So I'm gonna cut them tabs out, and then we're gonna fit them in. And then the next step I want to do is I'm gonna make the frame. I'm gonna put some hinges on it to where the centerpiece right here will hinge up and down to where I can get to the spare tire compartment if needed. And then I'm gonna make a frame for the air rides set up to set on, like the tank, the compressor, and things like that, to where I can have it in there and kind of do it better than what it is sitting on that board from the Vera kit that it came with. So I'm gonna get this cut out and I'll be back with y'all. All right, I got the second piece cut. It's not gonna be a perfect fit. I need it to not be exactly 100% perfect. That way I can have room to open and close it fairly easily. Besides, all this is gonna be covered anyway. It's gonna have, I'm gonna do some floor planking over the top of this. And in this center portion here, I'm actually going to cut a perfectly squared out frame, or I'm going to have a frame underneath it, and I'm going to have a hatch cut into that. So all that right there you won't see. But to get it into the trunk, you have to do it in sections, otherwise it's not going to fit. I made that mistake before trying on a previous attempt. So I'm gonna get this last side here cut out, and we'll get it back in the car and I'll show you everything we got. All right, I got the third piece cut. Like I said, it's all crude cuts. It ain't perfect. Having to do this shit with a Sawzall. This is just the subflooring. I'm gonna put a base underneath it. And this right here, all this shit will never really even be seen. It's gonna be covered. There'll be a hatch in the center section here. That way I can get access to my spare if I need. And then I'm gonna make a wall on that back side back there. Go straight up, and I'll have the tank mounted on it, the manifold, things like that. I got some ideas. So it's gonna take a little while, but I ain't forgot. So I am working on it, like I said, just a little bit at a time. But when I get to the next part, which is going to be getting the measurements to do the frame underneath and everything like that, and then I'll be back with y'all. All right, now I got the subframe put in there. Yeah, it's not brand new wood. I'm making all this out of everything I had on hand, more recycled material stuff. Got the frame where I need on this side over here and that side over there. I'm gonna make some tabs that stick out where I can mount. Sorry, my kid's playing on this toy. I'm gonna make some brackets that stick out of 2x4. That way I can mount the corner pieces on there. That way they're elevated as well. And then I'll put everything back in here and we'll see how it looks, and I'll get it marked out where I need for cutting the subfloor and everything like that for a flip up hatch to access the wheel well. Well, I can have my jack, spare tire, spare airline, any other odd and end parts I may need. So I'm gonna get all this back together, and then or not together, rather get the measurements I need, get the parts cut, and then I'll be back. So this is how it's going to kind of look once I get the brackets underneath the corner edges here. And then, of course, you know, I can always put the carpet over it, or I can do the hardwood paneling like I was going to do. But then again, I may, for the time being, until I can get a better cut fit, and put the carpet in just to see how it looks, kind of give it a stock OEM look in there. And then my tank and everything will be up along the very back, elevated up. So we're just going to work with a few different options here and see what we got. But for the moment, I'm going to work on these corner pieces and then I'll be back. Alright, so I kind of changed my mind a little bit. I think I'm just going to run it like this. I'm going to remount the manifold back there on that wood bracket. And that way I can still run all my airlines and everything like that. And because I really don't carry a spare anyway, so I'm just going to do it like that. Then I'll put the wood flooring in, I put the carpet back over it and everything like that, and it'll look up like, you know, like stock floor. So I'm going to work on that a little bit here and there, and I'll put it all back together, and I'll get back with you when I'm done. Alright, so this is how I ended up doing the trunk setup. Got the carpet laying down. Underneath it I have the wood. And then underneath the wood, I have my tanks, or my tank compressor and everything like that. Just got to get out here and kind of finish it up. Had a lot of other stuff going on, kind of put this on the back burner. But for now, that's how it is. Eventually, we are going to change the design up. I'm going to do a hardwood floor, different type of style, maybe like the wood laminate, or maybe encasing the whole trunk carpet and everything in fiberglass and building a different setup like that. But for the time being, this is kind of how it is. It's not 100% done yet, but that's kind of some updates here on the car. I hadn't posted anything in a while on it, so but for now, that's it. I appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think.